Hello, all my merry makers, and welcome to December 12th. Oh my goodness, is December going by too quickly for anybody else? So today we're going to do a little sit and knit after my Advent opening. In case you're brand new to the Yarny community, a sitting and knitting is where I literally just sit here and knit and talk to you as if you were here in my house. A little bit of what I'm going to be talking about today is a scam that somebody has tried to pull on me multiple times. And so I feel like you guys should be aware of what this scam is and what it looks like. So, but before we go into that, Advent calendar. All right. With this opening, we'll be officially halfway through this Advent calendar. It is crazy. Oh, in case you're wondering, what I'm wearing is just a shrug made from a Pico mesh stitch, which I do have a tutorial for. I'm gonna try to link it, which I'm not very great at, so sorry about that in advance. Ooh, now that is something completely different, isn't it? I mean, when you compare it to the other ones, you've got some bright colors in the solids and then some more like tonals, and then you've got something that looks like it belongs to either Easter. But it's pretty. It's very pretty, but it's just very light. It's more along in the same lines as the two peaches. So I'm wondering if we're gonna have three different kind of sets going on here. One solid, and then of the two tonal slash variegateds, you've got autumnal and pastel. Because that kind of looks like red, orange, yellow, and then green, right? Anyway. Alright, so let me pick up my knitting here and we will start talking about this scam. So, I am going to begin by saying this is for your information because I care that about other crafters, whether you knit, crochet, macrame, whatever it is that you do. If you have a public Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, this might happen to you. And I don't know if it has an official moniker out on the wide world web, but I am going to call it the potential customer scam. And what it is they contact you either via social media of some sort. And they ask about a piece that you have posted on whatever platform you use. And they ask you if it's for sale or available or whatever the term, they'll use some sort of terminology. And if you're like me, you don't mind selling your pieces. So you respond with, if it's not available, you say, it's not available, but I can make you one. Or, yes, it's available, and this is how much it is. I'm trying to think of how it usually progresses. So I will go off of the very first time this happened to me. Again, this is for your information. This is not a sob story. Feel sorry for me. This is, hey, this happened to me. I'm trying to help you. So one day I was not feeling too hot, and a person messaged me on Instagram about the Phoenix blanket. Now, as you all know, The Phoenix blanket is something that I had made for my cousin, and it's a rather large piece. So when they said, "Hey, they said, is this available?" I said, "No, that particular one is not available, but I can make you one, and it would cost you $800." By the way, there is a separate video where we'll talk about pricing. I just don't know when. Um, and I thought that that price alone would be enough to scare somebody off. But they said, okay. So that got me really excited. I was not thinking clearly. So, I told them I would need half up front, and that would pay for the yarn. And they said, okay, what's your PayPal email? Or was it Venmo? I think for this one it was Venmo. By the way, if whatever platform of payment you use, I'm sure they have a way of doing what I'm about to describe. So, I will be honest. At the time, I didn't know a lot about Venmo. I have since learned a lot about Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. And I'm going to tell you a couple things that they said that fooled me. So they said that they had a business account and they had to verify my email, which is total bonk. I have learned that now. So I gave them my email. So they said in order to make my business account a viable business account, there was some authentication process that had to happen. That is 100% false. Setting up a business account on any of those platforms is literally you fill out something on the website and you have a business account. I'm trying not to get too emotional, but it's very frustrating because part of the reason they got me, I think, is because I was not feeling well that day and was not thinking clearly. So, if you don't learn anything else from this, I would say do not respond to messages from people that you don't know if you're not feeling yourself. Anyway, I can't remember exactly how we got there, but they said that they had to send money to me to authenticate my business account. Again, that is false. But again, I wasn't thinking clearly. So I was like, okay. And so this person, since they had my email address, was able to send me emails posing as Venmo. And long story short, they got away with $300 because I wasn't thinking. And we were about halfway through the exchange when I was just like, you know what? Something doesn't seem right here. I'm not receiving anything from PayPal or Venmo that says so-and-so has sent this amount of money. Or, well, I had in my email, but it was them posing as Venmo. But when I actually signed into Venmo, I didn't see anything. So that was a little bit of a warning sign to me. And so I did a quick Google search about Venmo and business accounts, and it says you do not need a minimum balance. You don't need to do anything of authentication that this is a scam if somebody says that you need to do this. So once I called them on it and blocked them on Instagram, I contacted my bank. Unfortunately, since I did this of my own free will and it was not under duress, they could not get the money back. So here are ways to avoid that. Number one, don't give your email out to somebody you don't know. That is connected to a way of payment. I know both PayPal and Venmo have a QRC code nonetheless. Or if somebody is saying that they want to pay you for something, you ask for their ID and send them a request via whatever platform. If they say they have to authenticate, tell them that's not how it works. I actually had a guy, I assume it was a guy, I don't know. The picture of the Facebook account was of a guy, but that doesn't mean anything. These scammers will pretend to be anybody. He had contacted me actually about making a sweater. And I said, okay, yes, I can make you a sweater. I need to know what the measurements are in order to give you an accurate quote. By the way, another indication that it might be a scam is they don't talk about color, they don't talk about size, they don't talk about time progression. Those all should be a little bit of a warning sign. Also, sentence structure can be a little bit of a warning sign when it's like, does this person speak English as their first language? Not to be demeaning, but it can sometimes get across that way. Now, to be honest, when I'm in a rush, sometimes it looks like that English is not my first language. My best friend can tell you it's like, are we speaking French today? What the heck is going on? By the way, yes, I do speak a little bit of French. What else? So first he tried the business account thing where he's like, oh, I have to authenticate business account. I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. Because fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I don't even know if it was the same person, but I digress. And then it was, I can't even remember. I could pull up my phone, which is upstairs. But anyway, I said, tell me what your handle is on, this guy wanted to use PayPal. I said, tell me what your handle is on PayPal and I will send a request to your handle via PayPal. And couldn't find the handle he gave me. I found the name he gave me, but it was registered to a different handle. I didn't tell him that. I just told him I can't find your handle. And he's like, oh, you can't find my handle because I'm not online. Big red flag. You're talking to me on Facebook. How are you not online, number one? Number two, whether or not you're online, you should be able to find somebody's handle. And I was just like, okay, this guy's trying to scam me. I'm just going to say guy. Sorry. Because, again, the photo that they were using on Facebook was of a man. But I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's just inept. But pretty sure at this point that he's scamming me. So And I said so. I said, look, I think you're trying to scam me. You need to stop. And he was like, I beg your pardon. I am not a scam. So I said, okay, last chance. Here is a screenshot of my seller QRC code. You can scan it, and send me the money that way. Once I have confirmed receipt from PayPal that, I've received the money, I will be sending you payer guidelines that you must agree to before I start my sweater. Again, that's another video because we're already at 15 minutes and I want to wrap this up, and I'm sure you want to go about your day. He's like, okay, I'll scan it. But I am having trouble connecting to the internet. Really, buddy? So I said, well, I'm sorry you're having trouble connecting to your internet. You should contact your internet service provider. Oh, no. First it was, I need a receipt. I said, once I have a receipt from PayPal, I will take a screenshot and send it to you. If you need a more immediate receipt, maybe you should go through a third-party selling website such as Etsy. Because I was done at this point. I was just waiting for this guy to show his true colors so I could block him. Just in case I was totally wrong. Spoiler alert, I wasn't. Then it was, I'm having trouble connecting the internet. So I said, well, I would say I can't help you with that. Contact your service provider. And then it was, I don't actually have internet, at my place. I'm like, well, then please avail yourself of the local library, which has internet for free. He's like, you don't understand. I need to be able to connect the internet, and to be able to connect to the internet, I need a gift card. That is the oldest scam in the book, guys. Come on. Seriously? I was not born yesterday. Blocked him so fast on Facebook. I don't know if he tried to send anything beyond that, but I was done. I was like, okay, there you go. True colors. You're trying to scam me. Good luck and goodbye. Actually, I wish something really horrible would happen to them, but I know it will because I believe in karma. Anyway, I'm hoping that these two stories help you avoid the same scam. Because, again, as people who I assume are crafty orientated, I care about you. And I don't want you to go through the same feelings of shame and embarrassment that I did. So, if you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate the watch hours. If you liked this video, please like it. Feel free to comment. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, or at least consider subscribing. Share me with your friends. Join me tomorrow for What You're Working on Wednesday. And in the meantime, make what makes you merry. Ciao.